Hey YouTube, this is the awesomeness back with something that's awesome. And this is another album review. I actually did an album review for this on my other channel, but I just want to repost it because I don't think I really gave good reasoning for the things I had to say about the album before. I think I made it sound worse than it actually is, so I'm going to redo it just because I feel bad. And that album is I Set My Friends on Fire's newest album, Astral Rejection. And this album, it was different. It was like nothing I'd heard from their first album. It wasn't even remotely similar, but it was still decent. I'm not gonna say it was terrible like I did in my other album review. I mean, I gotta give it credit. It is a decent album. It's not too bad, but it's not good either because, Nabil leaving, I know everyone's saddened about that. But, gotta let it go sometimes. I just feel like on this album they got lazy. I mean, because Matt's vocals, they weren't as good as they were before, and I think his name's Nick. I'm not sure. Let me check fast. Chris. Why did I say Nick? But Chris's guitar playing wasn't good. It was just all over the place, insane. It wasn't precise. It wasn't sounding good. It was just all over, playing random riffs. It almost sounded like. And Matt's clean vocals, they weren't good on this album. They were auto-tuned. They just weren't as good as they were on their first album, You Can't Spell Slaughter Without Laughter. But there are some good tracks. There are some powerful tracks that I did enjoy, and two of those tracks were produced by Nabil, and those are It Comes Naturally and Excite Dyke. And those are two of my favorite songs from this album. Some of these song titles are kind of like immature, and they seem like one of those titles that are like, it was funny at the time, like Rectangles and My Paralyzed Brother Taps His Foot to This Beat and stuff like that. Just stuff that sounded funny at the time of being written, and then it comes out sounding really dumb and just immature. But that's how the band is, so really you can't hate on for that. As far as everything else goes, production wise, it's crap. I'm sorry, that's the nicest way I can put it. There's really no good production on it. The electronical stuff, like all the video game noises, I guess you can call them, those aren't really that good anymore. They're decent, but not too good like they were in the first. And a song that I really just don't like at all is Astral Rejection, the single. I don't like that one just because it starts out all fast, you don't even need to be that fast at the beginning of a song, and then it goes into like this auto-tuned. It's like, no, you can't. It just doesn't go right. It doesn't flow. That's not what I want to hear from these guys, and I was really disappointed by this album. I had huge expectations hearing Excite Dyke and It Comes Naturally when they were released as singles. But hearing the rest of the album, I was very disappointed. But it was still a decent album. It's still listenable. It's still I Set My Friends on Fire, so it's still good in its own way. They're not like any other band, so you're not gonna get anything you think is just amazing. No, you're gonna get something completely different with these guys. They're a very unique band. I give them a lot of credit. I've seen them live. They're really good. I don't know what they did. I guess the production was just bad because his vocals live are so good. So don't hold this band, don't think they're bad just because you hear this album, because they are a very, very talented band. They're very talented musicians, and I respect them. So, on a scale from 1 to 10 for this, Astral Rejection gets a 6 for me. Just because it wasn't the best in the world, the production wasn't good, it was very hard to understand what he was saying. The guitar playing was just all over the place. It was nuts. It was like, it fell apart halfway through, you hear it. But it's definitely a listen to if, you're into that kind of music. And if you're into I Set My Friends on Fire, there's mixed feelings about it. I personally don't like it that much. It's still listenable, and if you want to give it a shot, you should go out and grab it. And so that's about it for this album review. And until next time, the awesomeness is signing out. And as always, I will put some songs down below in the description. Try those out. Let me know what you think. Did they kind of sell out? Are they done with you? Or you just fed up with them? Whatever. And I want to hear your opinions. And as always, you can inbox me. Let me know about an album review, track review, music review, anything review, as long as it's awesome. So until next time, I am signing out.